What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wager Zone podcast, and we're back for another MMA event breakdown. This is going to be LFA 193, guys. Let's get right into this breakdown. All the odds are not out for this fight card yet. I'm waiting for them. I found a couple spots where some betting odds have about 8 of them out, but there are 10 fights that I'm going to be wanting to actually put a wager on. Actually, 9 fights that I'm going to be putting a wager on, that I'm going to be adding to parlays and playing single bets. There's 15 total fights on this card, but I'm not going to be betting on the amateur fights. There are 5 amateur fights, which I'm not going to be betting. I do not bet amateur fights. I don't even know if you can bet amateur fights, but if you can, I will not be placing any bets on any amateur fights. But yeah, guys, there's 10 professional fights happening in LFA. So let's just get down to this breakdown. The first fight of the night is going to be Clay Udley against Danny Summers. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, do not bet this fight. I'm not going to bet this fight. These are 2 guys that are very low level. I'm talking about they might be the worst fighters on this whole entire card. I do think Danny Summers is going to end up getting the win. If you're a betting, gambling degenerate and you have to have money on this fight, I guess Danny Summers is the pick, but do not bet this fight. It's very low level. And yeah, guys, like I said, I'm not putting any money on this fight. The first leg of a parlay. It's going to be a 2-leg parlay that I'm going to be making. This fight's going to be, I think it's Cody Salsson. I don't know how to say his name, or Isaiah Mato. And I'm going to be taking Cody in this one, guys. I think he's going to be able to get the knockout. I think he's going to be way faster. He's fighting a 44-year-old man in this one. This 44-year-old man has barely started his MMA career very late. He goes in for takedowns, and they're very slow, you can tell they're coming. Like, he doesn't hide them around anything. He throws looping strikes that you see from a mile away. And yeah, I just think Cody's gonna end up knocking this dude out. He's a 44-year-old man. He's fighting a younger fighter. The younger fighter wins. If you guys know this percentage on betting, the younger fighter wins about 68% of the time. So I'm gonna go with the younger fighter, especially when a guy's 44 years old and barely started his MMA career when he's 41 or 40. So yeah, guys, give me Cody as the first leg of a parlay in this one. It's gonna be Richard Defron taking on Steve Collins, and I'm gonna be on the Steve Collins side on this one, guys. I think Steve Collins is going to be able to outbox him. I think he's going to be able to take him down. I think he's going to be able to do whatever he wants. But for this fight, guys, there is no line out for the moment. I could not find out what the betting odds is for this line. But yeah, guys, I am anticipating Steve Collins being at least a minus 250, minus 300 or more. So I will be adding him to one of my parlays later on, later on after all the odds have came out. And go check my description. I will be adding him to one of the parlays. So like I said, guys, I always add my bets to the description. So come back to the video later on if you're just wondering where Steve Collins is going to be in my parlay. But I'm going to be adding him to one of the parlays. So just keep an eye on that, guys. But I do think he's going to out wrestle this dude. I think he's going to be able to get takedowns whenever he wants. I think he has the better boxing. I just think he's an all-around better MMA fighter than this guy. So give me Steve Collins, guys. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing with him yet. This is going to be the second leg of that parlay. It's going to be the last leg of that parlay because it's only a 2-leg parlay. It's going to be Santos Vinz taking on Felipe Martinez, and I'm going to be going with Santos in this one. He's a minus 350 favorite. I do think he's going to be able to take the dude down whenever he wants. He's fought higher level competition. Martinez has only fought people with the same amount of losses as wins, or people making their debuts. He's fought a lot of low-level competition or a lot of low-level organizations. Santos Vinz has fought in LFA. He's fought a lot of really good, talented people. The only loss he has is against a guy that was 7-1 at the time, and now he's 10-1. So the guy was a really good fighter, and he's actually making his way up. So yeah, guys, in this bet, I'm just going to be taking Santos as the second leg of that parlay. I'm really confident in him getting this win. So yeah, guys, that's going to be a 2-leg parlay with Santos Vinz along with Cody. I forgot his last name. It starts with an M, and I don't even know how to pronounce it. But Cody and Santos are going to be the 2-leg parlay. Another parlay I'm going to be making. It's going to be a 4-leg parlay that I'm going to be making. This fight's going to be the first leg of it. It's going to be McVey taking on Ben Fowler. And I'm going to be taking Jackson in this one, guys. I think he's going to dominate this fight. I think he's going to be able to get the takedowns. I think he's going to land every strike that he wants to land. Ben Fowler does not move his head. Ben Fowler tries to take you down, but it's very slow. He throws jabs and tries to land that 1-2 all time, but it's very slow as well. I think Jackson's just an all-around better fighter. He's more athletic. He moves around quicker. He's younger. And just go give me Jackson McVey as the first leg of that parlay, guys. I think he's going to end up getting the knockout via ground and pound, or he's going to land one of those straight right hands down the middle because Ben Fowler does not move his head at all. So, like I said, guys, he's going to be the first leg of a 4-leg parlay. This is going to be the second leg of that parlay. It's going to be Alvin Hines taking on Taylor. I think it's Askamala. And I'm going to be taking Hines in this one, guys. I think Hines is going to be able to get the takedowns with ease. I think he's going to finish this fight in the first round. I think he's going to finish this fight either by submission or ground and pound. I don't think Taylor has anything for him. I think when he gets on the floor, he's going to be a fish out of water, just squirming around, not really know what to do. And Hines, I actually took a bet against him in his last fight. And he went out there and surprised me. He won his last fight. So now he made me a believer in this guy. He showed me all the skills he had because I wasn't a believer in him before. But yeah, guys, this is going to be the second leg of that parlay, and I'm going to be taking Hines in this one. This is going to be the third leg of that parlay. It's going to be Michael Blockus taking on Roland, I think it's Roland Prutin. I think that's what it was, or Prudent or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to be taking Blockus in this one, guys. I think he's going to be able to take him down with ease, get the ground and pound finish or submission in the first or early second round. If you guys want to take that under 1.5, that might be a good line too. I do think Blockus is going to dominate this fight and finish this fight with easy. Roland has shown that he has no takedown defense. He keeps his legs really close together, and I think it's going to be easy double leg for Michael. I think Michael's going to get the double leg easy, slam him on his head, and maybe get a ground and pound finish within the first 3 minutes of the fight. So yeah, guys, this is going to be the third leg of that parlay. All right, guys, this is going to be another fight, and the next fight of the night is going to be Devon Lozej taking on Nate Smith, and I'm going to be on the Lozej side, guys. I think he's going to be able to outbox him. I think this is going to be a dog fight. In my opinion, I think this might be the most competitive fight of the whole entire night. I think Nate Smith is a dog, and I think Devon is a dog. I think this is going to be a dog fight. They're both going to be landing some strikes. I think Nate Smith's going to be trying to get the takedowns. He's not going to be able to get the takedowns. I do think this fight's going to end up going to decision. This fight could end up being a split decision because it's basically going to be a wrestler trying to take him down with a guy trying to keep the fight standing and land some strikes. I do think it's going to go back and forth. I do think Smith's going to be able to get some takedowns and then land some heavy strikes as well. And I think Devon's going to just land more of the technical, more boxing strikes with moving his feet around. So yeah, guys, like I said, I think it's going to be very competitive, but I'm going to be on the Devon side, guys. I'm going to be taking a money line shot on him. He's a minus 210 favorite, but I'm going to be taking the money line shot on him because I do think he's going to end up getting the win. Like I said, most competitive fight of the night. It's probably going to end up being a split decision in my opinion, but give me Devon on this one. I'm going to think he's going to be taking the win, and even if it's a close fight, I think he's more of a dog. And like I said, if it's a dog fight, give me the dog in this one. So, all right, guys, that's going to be the second. That's going to be another bet of the night. It's going to be Devon Lozej on the money line. All right, guys, it's going to be the last leg of that 4-leg parlay. It's going to be Mitchell McKee taking on. What was his name? His name is Ashton. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. I'm just going to call him Ashton Kutcher. That's what we're going to call him because this guy's going to get dominated. I don't even know his name. What's it called? McKee is the biggest favorite of the whole entire night. He's a minus 6,600 favorite. I think he's going to dominate this fight. I think he's going to win however he wants to. Honestly, guys, he's a minus 6,600 favorite. I'm going to be adding him to a parlay, the 4-leg parlay, but I'm also going to make another parlay with the under 2.5. The under 2.5 is a minus 280 favorite, and that's a way better line, in my opinion. If you guys have a minus 6,600 favorite, wouldn't you guys think he's going to get the finish? So I'm going to make it a parlay. My main parlay is going to be that 4-leg parlay when I'm going to be adding his money line to that parlay, but also I'm going to make another one with that same exact fighters, and I'm going to be adding the under 2.5 because I do think he's going to be able to get the finish easily. So yeah, guys, that's going to be my 4-leg parlay. Give me AJ McKee in this one. The main event of the night, and let me tell you guys right now, this is going to be a sleeper main event of the night. This is the people's main event. It's going to be like we all been waiting for this. But give us Cheyenne Bowers taking on Veronica, I think it's Borisova, and give me Borisova in this one, guys. I think this is going to be a very slow-paced fight. I think Bauer is going to try to get the takedowns. I think Borisova is going to try to keep this fight standing and keep the technical striking at distance. But I'm more of a striking person. I think she's going to be able to keep the fight at distance, land some strikes. I think Bowers is going to come in trying to land some looping hooks and get in the clinch, take her down from against the cage, and mainly get a lot of control time. But we're going to be scoring this fight off of damage. I'm going to be thinking Borisova is going to be landing the harder shots. She's going to be having the more crisp boxing. She's going to actually do a lot more to where the judges are actually going to be opening their eyes more because she's going to be landing harder shots where it's going to have you kind of like, damn, she's hitting her hard. So yeah, guys, like I said, it's going to be a very close fight. The people's main event, probably going to be a snooze fest going to the decision. But give me the more technical striker in Borisova. I think she's going to win the fight, so give me her in the money line. And all right, guys, that is it for LFA 193. I couldn't get all the fight lines on here because I'm still waiting for 2 more odds. Like I said in the beginning of the video, guys, go check out the description after the video because I do post all my bets in there, and later on I will be adding other things to parlays once all the lines come out. I will not be betting the amateur fights. If you guys are wondering, if you guys are going to comment saying, oh, there's more fights on the card than what you did, those fights are amateur fights, and I'm not going to be betting amateur fights. And all right, guys, I'm out of here. If you guys are still here listening to this video, click the like button. It's not that hard. Just click the thumbs up. It helps me along the way, generate more people coming to these videos. I'm loving all the views I'm getting recently, so keep those likes coming, guys. Comment on the video. Let me guys know what you think on this card. Let me guys know what bets you're going to be making. And also, guys, hit that subscribe button. It's not that hard to click that subscribe button now, guys. It's a little bell. Click it. I said click it because you don't miss what's coming next. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow.